What's up? We're back again. It's the Sweet Science, and now I have the heavyweight up and coming prospect, Jeremiah Dreamland Milton in the house, who's fighting this week on the Terrence Crawford Dave Avesayan card over in Omaha, Nebraska on Black Prime. So man, I got that boy with me, and man, this guy he don't play. That's all I can say about my man Jeremiah, Mr. Milton, is that he don't play at all. How you doing today, brother?
Okay, sorry. You was cut it out on me for a second. The mic. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we live. Yo, okay, we in the building.
All right. Okay, so how you doing today, man? Because you didn't hear me, I guess. But how you
Nah, I'm
doing?
sorry. Yeah, I didn't hear you. I seen you was moving. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't hear none of that. So,
Right.
I'm doing great. Getting ready to leave. I'm in Vegas right now. Be headed to Omaha tomorrow.
All right. Early flight.
Yeah, 11. Not early, but I mean, somewhat.
I think that's perfect for Vegas. You know, you can beat the for morning rush, be right in
Yes.
the middle of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle of the day. It's cool. So we actually got to go to LA to transfer to go to Omaha. So I guess it's not direct this time.
Man.
Man, I'm talking about, yeah, you got to go one direction just to turn around and go the other. Yeah, but it's all good. We're going to get there. We're going to handle the business.
Right. And it's funny because now you got to get a whole nother hour on your trip too.
Yeah, no, an extra hour. You ain't
Right,
lying about that.
right, right. Instead of going flying direct and everything like that. But you fought on for some big promotions already. You fought on a few top rank cards. You fought on a PBC card as well too. How does it feel? You know, moving it up as fast as you are, but you got highlight reel knockouts as well too. So how does that feel that everything's coming into place the way it is now?
Yo, it's a blessing. I'm very thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunity to continue to perform on these stages. And not only am I performing on the stages, like you say, I'm delivering and creating spectacle, something for people to talk about, some people to digest, however they want to break it down. And I'm getting my name out there, for American heavyweight, that's been pretty much, in the ring with so many of the top guys and traveling abroad and whatnot. So, people are seeing what I can do on these big stages.
Now you've been training for this date for a while because you were booked for the Jake Paul card in Arizona, but that fight fell through because of the this that was the one that fell through because the opponent, correct? Not because the card. Or were you no, you were part of the Rockman
Madison
situation,
Square,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden. My bad. I'm over here talking about the Arizona. No, he was a part of the Garden situation. How man? How disappointing was that? Because I know you wanted to go ahead and put on in the Garden.
Oh yeah, you know what? Like I say, the opportunity will just have to bring itself back. I'm sure it'll come up. This is boxing, and and I'm a network fighter. I belong on TV. I belong on those stages. Um, so I'm looking forward to the next opportunity. But yeah, it was very disappointing, man. Because I mean, like, I took a hit as far as like my mom and them already booked flights, and everybody was already ready to come out there. And yeah, just like it did. But then I did fight in Arizona. I actually managed to get two fights since then. So I had to toss a fight on ESPN, and then boom, turn around and I fought on Jake's next card. He brought me right back, same opponent, kept everything the same, and we decided to go ahead and fight in Arizona, which I won, delivered another TKO out there. But it's just been great, man. I don't get too caught up in the moments or anything like that. I just keep doing what I'm doing, and the opportunity is going to keep presenting itself.
How did it feel winning in Oklahoma as well too? Because I know you're from there, so I know that was huge for you. So how did that feel winning in front of your family and all your friends and everything like that?
Oh, no doubt. The city's always showing love, man. It's becoming, something that is just getting bigger and bigger every time I step out there. More and more people want to see me come back and fight. Hopefully, down the line we do something, out there on Black Wall Street, and that'll really have everybody turned up. Yeah, it's always an amazing feeling. A lot of people, especially I'm so young in my career, some fighters even ex-champions never fought in their home city, never fought in their home. So, you know, just being able to be out there and be familiar with all the streets. Like anytime I fight in Tulsa, I don't care if I'm not the main event, it's my card.
Oh, man, hey, and it looks like that too. Because every time I see how happy you are after the getting done, executing somebody, I'm like, man, this guy. They love him in this city because that's who they came to see, and it's always good when you don't have to be the main event when you are the main event.
Yeah, no. When they first announced it, that's why I had my viral knockout. I kept telling people like, I'm saying this is my card, and I'm gonna do something special. Me and my coach was just saying, yeah, just go out there and do something special, and it was special. And each time we go out there, we have another spectacular performance. But yeah, no. However the chips fall, no matter where I go, but it's something more sweeter about those personal at home victories. It's a lot sweeter.
Right. And how does it feel being with your trainer, actually, Coach Otis, as well, too? A guy who I feel is like one of the realest people, not just in boxing, but just in life in general.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm actually not working with Coach O no more.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I mean,
I know it's all love. I know it's love.
yeah, 100% all love, and I mean, he's definitely one of the realest guys out here, and a lot of great things I could say. You know what I'm saying? Learned a lot working with O. Um, you know, thing about it is it's always a time thing out here in Vegas. It's always difficult to have like multiple fighters here and there. And I'm at a trajectory in my career to where I just need a little bit more attention. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I can seek that out. Um, but Otis is true to everything that he teaches, and he has those guys and all of us. He had all of us working and doing a lot of different things. But yeah, I'm just trying to position myself. So now I'm back with Rodney Chrysler. So I'm back with him, and that's been a really good gel right there. We got a lot of the same approaches on like how a heavyweight should approach a fight, and we do some really good game planning and whatnot. And it's just everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a fit for me.
Love it. Love it. All right. So I know you watched the fights. What did you think of the Fury Chisora 30 fight?
Man, uh, you know what? Fury is my dog, man, and I understand why they made that fight. It had all the paper, everything on paper made sense. He went toe to toe with Usyk. People say that he won that fight with Usyk Chisora. They're good pals. So like both being British icons at that, but it was just a fight that was really just unnecessary in my opinion. You know, I, one thing to give the man a shot to go for it, but another thing was just to allow him to continue to take so much punishment and so much damage. Um, Hell, he wasn't in that fight by like round 5 or 6. It was clearly like lopsided. So I think it would have just been better if somebody would have stepped in and intervened a little earlier, not taking it until round 9. Because shit, if you're making that type of money, you want to be able to enjoy the money, right? It was a lopsided, beating, display of boxing from Fury. I mean, he's that good, you know what I'm saying. But Chisora is also, you know, on his way out for real.
Exactly. And you know what? I was just gonna say, man, you hit that right on top of the head. What type of fight that is? Because those type of fights are the fights where I would say they call them tune-ups, things like that, but they're just fights that literally are leading you up to your big fight. And I try to keep telling people that you can't fight one big fight, then go into another big fight right after that. You know what I mean? You have to go ahead and work your way into that big fight so you can so you keep the iron hot, and so then you can get more hype going into your next fight. That's why I said that a lot of times people get ahead of themselves with these rumors, and it's like no. It ain't no fight till we get to the actual fight, and we hear ding, ding, ding. You know what I mean? Because anything can happen on the way leading up to a fight. But I think you hit it right on top of the head where you have to put these fights together to really keep building your star as well, too. Even though people were mad about it, it doesn't really matter because Chisora could have easily won the fight as well, too. People didn't want to see Michael Moorer fight George Foreman, but he did it, and you saw what happened in that result as well, too. That's why it's like any given night, anything can happen in that ring, and you know that,
Yeah.
especially heavyweights.
Especially heavyweight division is so unpredictable. Like Daniel Dubois, who was the co-main event, hurting his leg and his knee. You know what I'm saying, and going down 3 times in the first round, something that I think shocked the entire community of that night. Like what the hell was we looking at here? Because that's something it's not scripted. Anything can happen. And
Right.
shout out to him for showing resolve and getting up and doing what he was supposed to do. But yeah, you just don't play when you get in that ring. Um, but yeah, no, I think very few fighters take on those back-to-back tough fights. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. It's very hard to do and hard to maintain at that level. Um, everybody's calling for Fury, so like who's ever really going to be happy with the opponent? You know.
And we're talking about Fury. I'm going to ask you, what about the super unification between him and Usyk? Who do you have winning that fight early?
Yeah, I mean, I still gotta lean towards Fury just because he is who he is. He's the guy. He's the champ. He dethroned probably one of the best heavyweights outside of himself. You know what I'm saying at the time, in Deontay Wilder. When you had those top three, him, Joshua, you know what I'm saying, even the Andy Ruiz's of the bunches, like being at that fight with him and Wilder, I seen how they was, you know, going at it and the amount of energy they put into to get in that fight, like to fighting each other. Uh, I think that it's not it's not a walk though. It's not a walk. I don't think it's a walk like people say it's gonna be. And if he does that, then wow, amazing! Shout out to him. Um, but I think that's the most competitive fight right now in the heavyweight division, just because they're both undefeated champions.
All right, so let's get back to you because I know you give me that face like we talk about all these other people, but I'm here too, and I know how confident you are as a boxer as well too. Now, would you entertain that kind of little bit of it seems like you had some issues with old DeAndre Savage. Are you guys ever going to get it on, man? Because it looks like that you guys are kind of on the trajectory to fight each other. What's going on with that?
Look, he's on the trajectory of whatever I say he's on. So he's on my coattail completely. Whenever Savage needs to be relevant, you know what I'm saying? He'll say something about me, or if I feel like giving him some light, I'll show some pity and throw him in the conversation. Yeah, I mean, if everybody knows, like, Savage is just my heel right now.
Right.
He's a cool little side gimmick. He's out there trying to get fights in Mexico. He can't even secure those. Um, he running down there to Mexico, and they just taking his money, and he ain't getting no fight. So I mean, you know what? Savage definitely needs me. Savage needs to stop playing. Savage could have been my opponent this week. Uh, Savage is gonna be Savage though. So I mean, like I have all the fun in the world, just laughing at you know this guy because he's just in his mind he thinks he's something else. In reality, what I'm saying, it's not. But it's cool to be it's cool to be tied into something that's everybody can talk about and laugh about. But yeah, he's a joke fighter.
No. Oh, well, we'll just move on. I don't want to jump and put myself in the middle of it, but what's called I just remember you guys had a few words when we were all over at the Lubin fight. So that's why I was asking about it because I look forward to seeing that fight between you two. Now, your opponent that you're fighting this weekend, have you seen tape on him? And do you think that this is something that you really I know you're already focused in on doing your job and everything like that, but do you feel like this is a step up for you as well too?
I'll say this, like, I've this year this will be my fifth fight, and I've
Mhm.
got a chance to see a lot of different body styles. this guy's bringing something different to the table because he'll have weight on me by a lot. I mean, a lot. So like, I think he'll be like the prototypical Savage, you know. So this will probably be like what it'll look like if I fought Savage or something. I don't know. I'm just being funny, but you know what? Yeah. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty and the mystery of all of it. But like I know I treat all these dudes the same. I'm gonna treat him with the same treatment as anybody else I would fight. Um, yeah.
So give me the big names that you've sparred before. Just you don't have to give me too many, but just give me a few.
Well, I think when it comes down to just people I've shared the ring with, um, so many of the guys in the top 10. Michael Hunter, Tyson Fury. But those were those were like within the last couple of years, and the best thing about it is like, that'll let you know like where you're at in this sport, and it's a good confidence booster. For this camp right here though, I got to work with really strong guys out here in Vegas, big boys. Um, my boy Johnny Rice, my boy Patrick Mulata, and then also my boy Elijah EJ. So some pretty good heavyweights out here. There's always some heavyweight work out here in Las Vegas.
Man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. So who are your top 5 heavyweights right now in the game?
Who do I perceive as top five?
Right. It's Dreamland, 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 Dreamland.
Dreamland. Nah. Look, like people don't realize, man. Like, yeah, I be in it, man. But I'm a fan too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan as well. I'm a fan of the sport. I watch this stuff, and you know what? And no, I don't know if I got a top five, but I tell you, like, of course, Fury is the number one guy. Um, you know, uh, I got. I think Usyk could probably be like it's Fury, Usyk, Wilder. Like um, everybody else, they show a lot more like I don't know, like dimensions of them being able to be, reached. Like, but no, definitely, Wilder, he's coming along with his boxing. Malik got him moving a lot more. Uh, I like what I seen in the Hellenius fight. Um, the little bit that we got to see, but um, he's always got that right hand. And Usyk is the craftsman, and Fury is just, kind of like the unicorn, the anomaly of the bunch.
Right. I always think of Homer Simpson when I see him come out in that episode that they had when it just literally like he makes people punch themselves out and boom, they're out of here. You know what I mean? So,
He built
but
that.
yeah, you don't expect that man to do all that. You know, what I mean, you really don't. So it's like because he's bald, he's kind of out of shape, and it's like, dude, you're a big man, but wow, you know what I mean. The way when his hands get to moving, it's a whole different story.
And I'm telling you, get in that damn ring with that dude, and yeah, you'll make sure you like sharpen up real quick because it is something to see, just to see how he's able to move and at that height and at that weight, just get around that ring. It's funny, man. It's something because like you say, hats off to him because he's using all of his God given abilities to the max.
Man, that's incredible. Being able to spar with Fury, being able to spar with my man Bounty Hunter, Michael Hunter, and everything like that. Mike, they've been keeping Mike on the bench for a while now. It looks like that he was supposed to fight Huey Fury a few times, but Huey Fury is kind of backed out of that situation. But he is in the mix for the WBA as well, too. So that's good. I was thinking, would you what are guys? Because there's a lot of heavyweight prospects that a lot of people are talking about right now. Would you entertain a fight with Jared Big Baby Anderson right now?
Yeah, absolutely. And these are the guys. You know what I'm saying? Look, in America, there's only Jared Anderson, Richard Torres. You know what I'm saying? These two right here are two of the most, what I'm saying, talked about heavyweights. You know, I feel like Jared is the most polished out of those prospects in America. Um, you know, he's the guy that is just kind of like holding that torch right now. But and I say that with all respect, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I've been on my way, and I'm trying to get myself in a position to where like these doors open up down the line. Of course, you know. And yeah, he's fighting on the same date. He had his fight with Jerry Forrest announced way before mine. So yeah, I'll be definitely tuning in to see what he did after that as well. Um, you know, I think there's just so many people out here uh, in America, but there's only a few people that are like solid prospects. You know, there's a lot of guys that are like getting their records up and stuff, but there's only a few that are like really great.
Hmm. Now, your card, what do you think of the main event? And, have you been able to talk to Bud or at all anytime lately?
No, no, no. I haven't actually had any conversations with Bud Crawford. I don't know if I could say that I've ever actually met him in person. You know, I have had conversations with Bo Mac, and they know me. They had a good laugh at my Tulsa fight, you know, and they came out here when they were training Keyshawn, and we were able to talk for a bit over at the UFC Apex. But no, I don't have any. I don't have any direct relations with them, you know. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity to share this card with him and the promotion over there at BLK. And yeah, this will be something special.
All right. So, what do you think of his fight going in with Bud's fight? Do you think that this will be a knockout or Bud will take this to a decision?
You know, Bud always has that ability to knock you out. The guy is like elastic, man. He's just so fast, so quick. You know, they saying this guy's tough. You know, I don't think too many people in the boxing world know about him because, you know, I consider myself, you know, a pretty good fan. I check on a lot of guys, but I don't really know this guy like that. So, but you know, he knows what's at stake for him in legacy. You know, I think he's just a smart boxer. If he sees that opportunity, you better not give him an opportunity because he's just savage like that. He's gonna take it. Yeah, if a knockout presents itself, Bud will find it.
All right. So, who you taking with him and Spence? The most talked about fight in the world right now.
Well, I mean, you know, I think no matter what I say right now, my opinion is gonna be a little biased. I'm sharing Bud's card, so
Right.
I can't really weigh in on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hell of a fight, though. You know what I'm saying? I really can't call it. You know, um, even if I wouldn't fight on the card, I fuck yeah, I want to see that fight myself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm not betting no money on it because I just wanna enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, and then we can finally figure this out.
Right.
There's
Now,
arguments on both sides, but damn, I want to figure it out too.
right, exactly. It has a lot of the Hearns Leonard feel to it. Like,
A lot of
all
skill.
of it, all the talking, and as soon as we get this over with, you know what I mean? So, that's where I think where all of us are at that at this moment in the fight. Real quick, Tank Davis has a fight coming up on the 7th. Do you think that this is probably the biggest challenge that he's dealt with? Because this guy, Hector Luis Garcia, is good. I saw him live at the Cosmopolitan. I was ringside, and I was fairly impressed with what he did to Chris Colbert and
Wow.
what he did to Gutierrez in Miami.
You know what? Yeah, man, he has a fight on his hands. Everybody knows this. Not many people know about that Lambert though. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. Like you probably go to his page. I might still have more followers than him. Um, he's not a well-known guy like that as far as being in the space. But the man can fight. I don't know. I can't say yet if this will be Tank's hardest fight, but like I'll say this: like this guy's coming up in weight, and here I'm thinking he's gonna Tank is gonna have the size advantage, and I see the freaking face off. Tank's just not that tall, huh?
Nope.
He really ain't that tall because these guys just keep being so much taller than him, but he's knocking them all out, and I'm like, damn, he
Right,
really
because
is like little.
I'm only I'm only 5'10", and Tank is half my size, dude.
Oh
He's
my
really
god.
like 5'3", 5'4". Seriously, he is little.
Never seen him in person. But you know what? You got to respect what he's doing. And for him to take a fight like this, to me, is so dangerous when he has a money fight with Ryan Garcia on the line later next year. It just shows you who he is. You know what I'm saying? How much he believes in himself. I got tanked by another stoppage, but it ain't gonna come easy.
Hey, is anything easy in the world of boxing? Really?
Ever.
Ever. You know what I mean? And
Ever.
that's what a lot
But
of fans don't understand, that none of this is easy.
nah, people will say what they want to say and be like, "Oh, who is this?" That's what they said when he was going into the Chris Colbert fight. They thinking, "Oh, I just come do my little song and dance and get out the ring and talk crap about everybody else," and boom, you lost the damn fight.
Right. And it was crazy being a part of that fight week and everything like that. Everything told me that, Chris, you might be in trouble Saturday night, because it was just, the guy had already came in there as if he was the champion for the last 5 years. He had a crew with him. You know how it gets,
Yeah,
man. When
yeah,
they put you as the headliner on Showtime, life has changed just a little bit. And he's from Brooklyn. So
oh,
he's gonna be talking.
he getting down. Huh?
But shout
Well,
out to my man Chris Colbert, though. Nothing but love.
where's Chris from?
Chris from Brooklyn.
Oh no, okay. So wait a minute. Yeah, he's from Brooklyn, but who's? Oh, you saying he was acting like Showtime? I got you.
Yeah. Hector Garcia rolled up in there basic. They were wearing that, and see, when you got a guy who's wearing his the outfit that they have that they're gonna walk into the ring with, like literally the whole week. Those guys are kind of dangerous in the main event. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He ain't got
could
no
be
suit
dangerous.
on. He ain't trying to look pretty. He just
He got one thing on his mind. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You better be able to read the room because that'll tell you what type of fight you in. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Whenever you know when you see your opponent, like what type of time they're gonna be on. And I mean, like, it don't matter, like, you ain't gotta overthink it. You still gotta be you. Chris has always been a flamboyant guy, really out here like popping off and getting people behind him. Cause I mean, sometimes you gotta talk that sells, you know what I'm saying? But like, you better understand the assignment ahead of you too.
Mm-hmm. Man, you got it totally on the money. Now, real quick, heavyweight question: who wins between AJ and Wilder, man? Because that's the fight I'm really looking forward to, man. I think that's the biggest money fight in the heavyweights. I don't care what anybody says right now.
Yeah, that fight, I still think it hasn't lost any appeal just because you know, we've been wanting to see them crash for a minute, and I still think Wilder's just gonna edge that out. He's got more going on up here. Um, AJ still needs to sort a little bit of this out, you know. And you could tell by his approach to the fight, that sometimes he's still just not believing in his own abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and then like, you cannot be in there with Wilder switched off or thinking about getting hit or anything like that because he has that ability to detonate like nobody else. So
Right,
yeah, over the course of a 12-round fight, he's gonna find that punch. You know.
right. I totally feel that. Now, I'm I'm trying to figure out what sport did you play before you got to boxing, because it looks like you might have been a hooper, you might have been a football guy, because I know my man Tony was played for UNLV. So what was your deal before you started boxing?
Nah, I was definitely a football player, college football player. It was a sport that I kind of gravitated to in high school, my senior year. Got to go play to college. So I didn't even play until my senior year. Wound up playing in college. Decided to stop playing. Went to MMA route, but I never fought MMA. 8 canceled fights, but I wrestled in high school. I ran track. I've always been just a kind of an active, like an outdoorsy kid growing up. So like, just running outside barefooted, just with the function.
What position did you play?
Yeah, defensive end, outside linebacker. Yeah,
Okay, this why he likes to hit people.
yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind a little contact.
Right, right. All right, man. So where can they find you at on social media, and where can they see your next fight at as well too?
Yeah, definitely. Tune in to Black Prom this Saturday. Um, Black Prom, and they also have some how you say it's also going to be on Direct TV and some other different networks. But you know, look for the Terrence Crawford card. If you Google it, I'm sure you'll find it. And yeah, y'all can catch me at my social media at Dreamland_Milton. Follow me over there or check me out on Twitter. I'm not really much on Twitter though. Honestly, I balance out as much as I can on Instagram. I kind of get a little tired, you know what I'm saying, between social media. I can't actually do it all, but yeah, I'm more of an Instagram guy. So yeah, if you want to keep up with my boxing, that's where I'll be at.
All right, man. Well, I couldn't wait to interview you, man, because you just been doing so many big things in the boxing world, and you're always a great person to talk to and everything, even off camera and stuff like that. I love, the interaction that we have and everything all the time. So, man, I had to get you on here. I'm glad that Mario got me linked up with you and everything today, and I truly appreciate you coming into the show today.
No doubt, man. Looking for the next one, man. Sweet science. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I look forward to it. And this will be sent to Rain TV as well, Fanatics View. So you guys look for it on those outlets and also on my page as well, too, the Prime Wave Media. So you guys, thank you guys so much for watching today. And you guys make sure you watch the replay as well, too, because we were live. But this is all the time now, so it will be up. So you guys make sure to check that out. But man, you guys make sure to catch my man Dreamland Milton this weekend, and we are out of here. Thank you guys so much. This is the Sweet Science hosted by Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper.
All right. Appreciate you.
Man, same here, brother.
Yes, sir.